All verse rising soul family. With this topic, I'm going to tell you a lot of the women that could be a neighbor to a soulful vibrational God star man. Man, let me tell you this. From my experience, let me tell you this, man. To all my men out there, don't waste your time trying to hook up with a female that's like a local neighbor, whether she's next door to you or from across the street. Like hooking up with girls that's like a local neighbor, man, they the worst ones to hook up with, because you never know which dude that they are fantasizing about, or a woman that they fantasizing about, you know, or women or in men that they're fantasizing about if they're bisexual, you know, because every female that I've experienced locally that were neighbors, you know, they was always fantasizing about guys that's like far away from them. They don't even live in the same local area or live in the same neighborhood as them. This really be happening because no woman on the planet fantasizes about a dude that's like a next door neighbor or a neighbor from across the street. It's never happened. Why do you think so many women on social media be calling dudes that's like long distance far away from them sexy and all that? You never see a woman call a dude that's like a neighbor sexy. When's the last time you see a woman saw a dude that was like a neighbor that was like sexy to her? When the last time you seen it? You have not seen it. You know, I'm gonna tell you this, for example. Let's say I was to be living in Sterlington, Louisiana or Monroe, Louisiana, and I tried to hook up with women that were like next door neighbors to me in Monroe and Sterlington, Louisiana. It is not going to work out. Because why? Because those women in Sterlington, Louisiana and Monroe, Louisiana as neighbors to me, they could be fantasizing and climaxing and be horny off a dude that gave them a memorable sexual pleasure from a dude that was like fucking far away from them long distance. It really be happening like that, man. This how it is. That's why I say like them local hookups, it never works. It never works out. Local hookups don't never work out, man, because you don't know. For us soulful vibrational guys, when it comes to these girls that are like a neighbor, we don't know who she fantasizing about, because we know for a fact she not fantasizing about us. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of women, they fantasize about guys that's like far away from them more than guys that's like a neighbor. You never see a woman in history fantasize about a dude that was like a next door neighbor or from across the street neighbor from her. You never seen it. It for sure doesn't happen in Sterlington and Monroe, Louisiana. Because a lot of females in general, by nature, they like guys that are far away from them. They don't really like guys that are like a neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of females talk about, oh, you know, I want something close to me. I want something that's like a next door neighbor or something like that, a guy I can see every day. But this only applies to the guys that are like deadbeats and toxic vibrational beings. You know, females, a lot of these women, they don't want soulful vibrational God star men who represents the all-seeing mind, heart, and soul eye of Unc Life. They don't want men who represents the all-seeing mind, heart, and soul eye of Unc Life, because a lot of women in general, they think a lot of men who represents Unc Life is corny, when the men who represents Unc Life are the most beautiful, gorgeous men that a lot of these women could have, but they always curve them. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you, if you are living in Sterlington or Monroe, Louisiana, and you are a guy, don't waste your time trying to hook up with a female that's like a neighbor. She's fantasizing about some dude that gave her the best climax when she was on vacation heading out to Miami, Florida or some shit like that. Because females will not have sex with a dude that's a neighbor. They just don't look at them the same the way they look at a dude in a long distance spots that they saw while they was on vacation. They just don't. You know what I'm saying? But if you was gonna have sex with a female that's like a neighbor or something, you better lie to her and say like, oh, I'm a visitor, and watch how she's gonna get all sexual and nasty for you. But when you tell a female that, oh, yeah, I'm local, like I live in the same neighborhood as you, she not gonna be sexual with you at all. She gonna treat you like some type of cousin or brother, treat you like you never exist. She gonna treat you like you're long distance, and treat these long distance dudes like they're a neighbor that she cannot that she cannot get enough of, man. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, hooking up with girls that's like a neighbor and stuff like that, you know, to be honest, like, it's never worth it, man. I can tell you right now, fella run it all, like all these male porn stars, all these males who are sexual content creators, like fella run it all and all that. All the girls that he had sex with, they was always long distance because they all flocked to him from different locations and all that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because females, they're like neighbors and stuff like that. They don't really fantasize and be hooked on guys that's like locally close to them in the same neighborhood. They don't. If a female saw me in person, we in the same neighborhood, she's not gonna fantasize about me. She's fantasizing about some dude that's living all the way in Switzerland, living all the way in the States, in the country of Trinidad somewhere. You feel me? Like, it's crazy. Females just, a lot of women, they like, bro, that woman that could be a next door neighbor, she could be right from across the street from me. She could be right from across the street from me, or like next door to me, and she fantasizing about some dude that's living in a whole nother country. But when it comes to me, she just like act like I don't exist. That's how a lot of females treat guys that are neighbors. Females treat guys that are neighbors like trash, while females gonna treat guys that's like long distance like some royal gods, man. That's just how it is, bro. I'm not gonna get too deep into the spirituality essence of this stuff, but y'all get the drift.